Kia ora, and welcome to the Waikato Management School Academic Orientation. My name is Sarah Robson, and I'm the Student Engagement Coordinator for the Waikato Management School. Joining me today is Meow Fan.
Hi everyone, and I'm the Student Engagement Advisor at Management School.
We're also behind the scenes helping us with the Zoom webinar chat, and all-round amazingness is Luke Arnold.
Hi everyone, I'm Luke. I'm a student advisor at the Management Student Centre. So for program advice or any questions related to your management papers, we'd be your best point of contact. I'll just be sitting in the chat, so if you have any questions throughout the presentation, just flick them through. But we will have a question time at the end where we can address them as well.
Perfect, thank you. So it is our great pleasure to welcome you for what is for us this afternoon. Very conscious that you are around the world, so you'll be at different time schedules. So we're looking forward to this. To clarify, this webinar is for students who are currently overseas, yes, and are studying online this trimester. We have undergraduate, graduate and postgraduate students joining us today. So a very warm welcome to you all, and thank you for joining us. For some of you, this is your first experience of tertiary study, and others are returning for higher qualifications, but are new to the University of Waikato. In this session, we'd like to introduce you to some general information on how to get started with your studies and support services offered to you as management students. Given the diversity of study programs, we won't be able to go through specific paper or program advice in this session, but you're more than welcome to raise any questions you may have, and we can follow up with you after this session sometime. So on that note, just like Luke said, as we run through the session, please do raise any questions you have in the Zoom webinar chat, and we'll be able to answer as we go along or have at the end. So before we get started though, I do want to give you a heads up. To add a bit of fun and to make sure you're listening, we are going to have a short quiz at the end of the session. So yes, prize will be up for grabs. We'll be sending that to you home. So next, I'm going to actually play a short video. It's an introduction to the Management School, and it's going to introduce you the Management Student Centre, where we are the advisors part of that team.
Kia ora. It's my pleasure to welcome you into the Waikato Management School. We have an enviable reputation for academic excellence and belong to the elite 1% of the world's business schools that have earned Triple Crown status, a global mark of excellence in business education. Here you can explore what excites you and make choices about your future career. Remember that your value to an organisation is based on what you know, so be conscientious and be open to new opportunities to develop relationships. With balance, you can have fun and build a platform for an exciting career. The entire Waikato Management School community is here to support and encourage you in your studies. We look forward to the fresh thinking and energy that you'll bring to the school. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie.
Hi, I'm Kanj, and we're student ambassadors at the Waikato Management School.
We want to help introduce you to the Waikato Management School's support services that are available to you during your studies.
Come follow us.
This is the Management Student Centre, not to be confused with the Student Centre located in the library. The Management Student Centre is a dedicated team to support students undertaking management papers.
The Management Student Centre is also known as MSc for short. They're essentially your first point of contact should you need any help.
The team of advisors are really friendly and can help you with your enrolment, including program advice, degree planning, changing your qualification or major or minor, entry and re-entry decisions, and internship paper support. MSc can also help you book study spaces located next to reception. They can provide guidance on any other issues that may affect your life at the Waikato Management School, including learning support and student engagement opportunities outside the classroom.
MSc is open from 8:30 to 5 every day, Monday to Friday, and is available for drop-in questions anytime without bookings. No worries if you can't come and see MSc, you can either call or email them. For degree planning, it's best to book an appointment in advance so that the advisor has some time to prepare for you. You can arrange this as a face-to-face meeting or as a Zoom call.
To book an appointment with the student advisors, type in management.ac.nz, which will take you to the Waikato Management School homepage. Select Student Experience and choose the Management Student Centre. From here, select Program Advice. When brought to this page, please ensure you select the campus which will suit you best. Hamilton for Hamilton students and Tauranga for Tauranga students. For offshore students, please select Hamilton. Select the date and time which suits you best and fill in your personal details. Please ensure in this text box here you highlight why you would like to see us, and for those students who wish to have a Zoom or a phone call, please indicate this here. Schedule your event. Now you should receive a confirmation email. In this email, if you do wish to change or cancel your appointment, please do so through this tab.
You should get in contact with MSc before the start of each new enrolment period to make sure you're on track.
The team of advisors are here to help, so come on in. They look forward to seeing you all soon.
It's true. We are looking forward to seeing you when you can one day come onto campus. For now, we're looking forward to working with you virtually via the web. To clarify, we talked about in there that the Management Student Centre is not to be confused with the Student Centre. So your onboarding, your new enrolment is actually a central process with the Student Centre. So we support students once they've started their enrolment and are returning. So, but we are there for you and can definitely by Zoom or email during your time. So getting started. Hopefully you're all enrolled, and if so, what do you do now? So this is orientation week. Your classes will start next week. So you should definitely look out your timetable to know what's your schedule going to be like. You can actually view this through a few different platforms. Moodle, which I'll explain a bit about more later. My Waikato, that's the system that you used to enrol. And also through the University of Waikato webpage, which I have a little screenshot there, where you can go use the 2020 online timetable. To break it down a bit, if your class, and this is in the timetable schedule itself, if your class has a room number allocated, that means it's going to be run face-to-face with an online option for yourselves. If your class says see Moodle, this means that the material will be available on Moodle and there is no scheduled time to view that material. It should be made available prior to your scheduled in-person class time. Paper outline is a really important document that will give you all the relevant information you need for your paper, and that is in Moodle. It's going to cover topics that you're going to look at throughout the semester, any readings that you need to do, any assessments and due dates, and also has staff contact details and available office hours. So this is something you need to get into to definitely be familiar with before you start taking your papers next week.
So just make sure over the weekend, have a good read of those paper outlines. And some of you are enrolled in one subject for this trimester, and some 2 or 3. Just make sure you read all the paper outlines.
Yeah, brilliant. There are some great resources for online learning for you guys. We have a team called Student Learning, and they are available remotely as well as in person. And what I'll ask is, those are the 2 I'd like to highlight. If I ask Luke to share a screen, we'll take you to the actual student learning page. Thank you. Double click to enter full screen mode. Technical. Here we go. So I'll ask Luke as well to put that link in the chat so you can copy it if you'd like, or if you're just on the university webpage, you can just type in student learning and it'll come up with all the resources. So you'll see if he scrolls down a bit, it's where do I start? I've taken a few of their tips talking about your timetable and getting yourself prepared, but they've got a lot of general information, which is really, really helpful. On the left-hand side, you'll see all their various topics. If Luke scrolls down a bit further, we also have there learning from China. And so there is some specific content for our Chinese students, and there is a Mandarin version. I really highly recommend that you take a look at this in your preparation for your studies. Okay, could you share back to the PowerPoint? Thank you. What we're going to talk about next is how will classes be taught? So what the key word for this semester is blended learning. I wanted to give you a bit of background. There will be students studying online, but also in person. So it's meant to be more flexible. We're offering the face-to-face teaching and learning, as well as using technology to enhance the learning experience of our students. So students like yourselves who are unable to attend on campus will be provided with an equivalent experience online. Lectures, where traditionally the lecturer would stand in front of the classroom to talk to students 1 to 2 hours, mostly uninterrupted. In most cases, these will be replaced with a series of short videos that will prepare you for a more in-depth discussion or workshop tutorial lab activity that is face-to-face for those on campus. And you will have that experience online using Zoom. So I'm actually going to talk a bit more about that in the next slide. If you're enrolled in a NET paper occurrence, that paper is designed to be fully online with no face-to-face learning. I'm actually going to talk a bit more about paper codes and the occurrences in a few more slides. So for you guys, how will it be available for you? How will they teach it? The guidelines will be provided by your lecturer on how you'll be asked to participate in the paper and the assessments required. They may indicate this in the paper outline, or it'll be in the initial email correspondence or notifications via Moodle. So they'll have their own preferred way of doing this, but do expect to engage in some form of face-to-face discussion using Zoom. Please do check your emails. That includes your spam or junk filters, because the correspondence will be coming through to you. Some lecturers may choose to send emails directly or through Moodle notifications. So it's really important you do keep checking them throughout your studies.
Yeah, and also if somehow you find your friends received an email and you didn't, so make sure you contact your lecturer. Maybe your email address has gone to junk mail. So just make sure you get in touch with your lecturer.
Brilliant. That took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, we can't stress how important that is. If you don't hear anything, you really do need to follow up if you've got any concerns. So I've been talking about Moodle. Some of you may be familiar with this already, but to break it down, it's your personalised portal and one-stop website to manage your studies at the University of Waikato. So it's our learning platform. This is where all the information for your paper will be available. Here you will find all the resource materials relating to the papers you're enrolled in, such as the paper outline, which I've described, the assessment information, and notifications from the lecturers. And there is an opportunity to engage with your classmates through online discussions. This is also where you'll be submitting your assessments. When signing up for tutorials, which will be through Moodle, or workshops, you should be able to indicate that you are studying from overseas. If you have any questions or concerns, do contact your lecturer. Don't assume that they know that, because I know we've talked about each lecturer may have a slight different way of how they're capturing that information. So it's better to be safe than sorry, and just make sure they know.
And make sure you contact lecturer or tutors directly. Don't say, oh, I check with my friend. It's very important you get in touch with lecturers directly.
So how do you access it? Firstly, you do need to be enrolled. If you're not able to view anything in Moodle, that may be the initial reason. If otherwise not, you can contact us at msc@waikato.ac.nz, or again, talk with your lecturer. It's available if when you log on to the University of Waikato website. I've got a screenshot there that is under the quick links, or there's a link through my Waikato. So let's take it back a bit. You have a paper code, so each paper has its own unique code, and hopefully you're already aware of this, but to recap, ensure you do, here's a breakdown of what it means. In this example, we've used a strategic management level 100 paper. So those first the four letters, five letters, can't count, is the subject. Then the numbers 101, or it could be 100, 200, 300, or 500 is the level of paper. 20 is reference to the year, and B is the trimester. So it could be A, B, or C. There are different occurrences based on the different campuses. So Hamilton, Tauranga, or NET. NET is the online distance learning. Your uni logon. As a student, you'll have access to a University of Waikato student email account. This is your username at students.waikato.ac.nz. Luke will put that up in the chat for you. Your username and password would have been sent to you during your initial enrolment process. But don't worry, you can definitely keep using your personal email account as your main contact. Please do ensure that this is provided in your contact details in My Waikato.
And make sure for Chinese students, because university username or login, we use Gmail, and I don't think you have Gmail access in China. So you should keep your QQ or whatever email address you use back in China.
Yeah. The other link that Luke has just put up, could you actually, Luke, also put in the username at students.waikato.ac.nz so they can have that format? But that link he's put up is an IT self-help guide. So you can actually have a read through if you've got any IT questions about your account. That is a good first place to go. And then that's where MSC can help you as well, making sure you're contacting the right people or give you support remotely about any IT issues. So hopefully you are enrolled, but if you do wish to change what papers you're in, we have a deadline. It is the second Friday of each trimester for you to change your papers. So for this B trimester, it will be Friday the 24th of July.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. I think we could, I don't know if it's flexible given the time difference.
Should be.
Yeah.
But make sure if you are planning to change papers, make sure to keep the deadline.
Yeah, certainly easier. The instructions on there, so My Waikato is your place to do it. There is a tab, Qualifications and Papers. Go in there and select Change of Enrolment. There you'll be able to add or remove papers. It's really important that you do let us know if your contact details have changed. So hopefully when you do have the chance to come to New Zealand, you'll have perhaps a new phone number or location. Please let us know that information so we can contact you if necessary. My Waikato is a place that you can do this, but also via Moodle. So I've given information there. It's editing your profile. So I believe for My Waikato, it's the top right-hand corner. And I'm not sure about Moodle. It might be the same area. So we have, I've already spoken about student learning. They offer a wide range of services for academic support, and brilliant stuff. So they can actually be available to you via Zoom, or they might have online workshops, but that page we took you to before is definitely a place to go and check out, and you can book a consultation. They cover, yes, general grammar and punctuation, but building your assessments, you know, if you're looking at an oral presentation, how to do so, how to research. And what's a really important thing is APA referencing. This is the referencing style that we use at the University of Waikato. And so I mentioned that in Moodle is where you submit your assessment. It actually goes through a program, Turnitin, and that picks up, I'll actually talk about this in the next slide, but it's important that you reference properly, otherwise the system picks it up. Studiosity is something you should definitely consider using. It is our online tutoring service. So it's free for students. It can be live, or you can submit some written assessment for them to help you with, give you guidance. They're not going to give you answers, but students talk about really gives them confidence to be able to submit their assessment. So this is available in Moodle. It would be under a resource section. So go there. And they also have an app you'll be able to download from there.
And it's available 24 hours?
Yeah, 24 hours. So it doesn't matter what time. It's not like the student learning, for example, they're a team on campus, 8:30 to 5. I'm not sure if they're offering after hours. Whereas the Studiosity, yeah, it's 24/7. It's great.
So just, 24/7 means 24
24
hours a day, 7 days a week.
Thank you. The lingo. Apologies. Thank you now. So as you're studying, you may come across sometimes that you're struggling to complete some assessment due to situations out of your control. You might be unwell, or something with your family, or all kinds. There's a lot going on with COVID-19. We really do want you to reach out so we can help support you. So there is a special consideration application process. Under Moodle, at each paper, the resource section, there will be forms that you would need to fill out that needs to be sent to the department within 3 days of the due date. So it does need to be an application in writing, and if you have any evidence to support it, so a medical certificate or correspondence, something to help. So this, you can work with your lecturer to get an extension, for example.
And that's very important. And if you are unwell, go and see a doctor to get the medical certificate, and not just saying your family member. I don't think we'll take that into consideration if you ask your mom to write a statement. But ideally, medical certificate, that's what we look at as evidence.
Yeah. And yeah, if in doubt, just have a chat to your lecturer in advance of the assessment is definitely better. Then you'll have more options. The lecturers are trying to be as flexible as possible, given that people, studying remotely rather than being in person. So yeah, do get in contact with them. Plagiarism. So I talked about the software when you're submitting your assessment on Moodle. It is Turnitin is the program that it uses, and so it picks up if you don't reference something properly. So this key sentence is you can use other people's ideas to support your work and research, but you must acknowledge that the ideas are not your own, and that's where the referencing comes in. Also, if you're doing your online test with a friend and you both have the same answers, that will be picked up, and you will be, you'll need to have a conversation.
Yes, you will be referred to the University Disciplinary Committee, and it's go through the process.
Mm. Yeah, so it is really important to get that right. We do have other resources. I've talked about student learning being able to help, but even the library, if you were to go on our website and put APA referencing, there's actually a guide there. So yeah, do learn, but also in orientation, if you look at the orientation page, we could do that now actually, Luke, if that's all right, if we can stop sharing. There is a link to an orientation page. They've got a academic integrity module that you should definitely do that. As distance learning students, they've got this whole web page of resources. So what I've talked about Moodle, for example, they've got videos there that you can follow to learn how to use it. There's all kinds, University 101. So hopefully you are participating in all these activities and videos. So this is a page here, thank you. So if you keep scrolling down, for example, this International Student Service and Support would be really helpful. And these Moodle modules, if you keep scrolling down, the academic integrity is definitely one to do. So the useful web links are down there, so you'll be able to get to student learning. Also, they started with Moodle. Yeah. Thank you. So that's the serious topic. I think next, I was just going to raise that we have student clubs. There are around 100 affiliated clubs with our Waikato Student Union that range from academic to lifestyle, interest, or hobby stuff. So these are student-led clubs. Students running it for students. I will take that to it now. Thank you. So yes, it's not just what you know, it's who you know. Acknowledging that it is a bit difficult being overseas, but management school, we've got a number of clubs and they promote their a lot of opportunities online via Facebook and Instagram. I don't know if you can you get Instagram in China? No. But we could post stuff on WeChat perhaps.
Yep.
But that's just to be aware that they do exist, and when you do come to campus, recommend you get involved. Our management clubs, they introduce our students to opportunities not just at the university, but it's also the business world. So they run various events throughout the year, engaging in our management students. So social activities, network events with business industry, workshops for self-development. So it's definitely something to take note of. Okay, it's Kahoot time. So this is an online quiz. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, that Kahoot, it's an online quiz, quiz. And then we will provide some questions and then see how how you read.
We're going to test you.
Yeah.
So this is, Luke is going to share, if he hasn't already, a link to Kahoot, but if you were to Google, you can just type in Kahoot. This is something that everyone can participate wherever they are. That number, the game pin, is what you'd need to enter. To put your name down, can you please use your first name and your initial of your surname? So, because this is actually a prize we want to give away, so we want to be able to identify who you are. There'll be 5 questions, and the idea, what's really important with Kahoot, is not just getting the answer right, but it's also the faster you are, the more points you'll get.
Okay, so I'll repeat that. The questions will be related to the content we covered just now, and you need to be quick and accurate.
But we've given plenty of time so you can read the question and what the options are. So most questions, there will be 4 possible answers, and you just got to quickly select the box, or there's a 1 true or false question. And then after that, we'll go through any questions you may have. So please do put them in the chat so we can answer them for you.
Kahoot game pin. That's the 6915218. That's one of the questions.
And,
Oh,
the pin they put it in. So when they join, you have to put the pin in.
I thought someone asked the pin, but actually it's.
This is where we wait while you log on. It's worth it.
The winner will get some prize. So please get in quick. Now we've got 8.
It's nice to see your names. Hello. Because we can't see you.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Yeah, give them a couple of more minutes, yeah, because they need to download.
Hopefully you're enjoying the music as you wait.
Oh, I recognized some of the CISU students' names.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got 15 players now.
Okay, we'll get started. So how it works is the question will flash up, then you'll have the option of which question. So remember, try and read it as quick as you can, and the quicker you select it, the more points you get, and it will show us in between each question who's in the lead.
Now 18. Seems
Takes a bit longer.
For
Yeah,
them
all
to-
good.
Okay.
Oh,
just
it's
give
still
them,
normal.
yeah, give them a, 19, 21, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're all joining.
Yeah. 22.
Oh. It's exciting. Okay, we'll get started now, guys. So Luke, hit the button. What does that say? When? That's just a test. When is the deadline to change your enrolment? Hopefully it's an easy question. So what we've got is we've got a timer. So you've got a certain period to answer, and then it will time out. Yep, everyone's in.
Yep, time's up.
Next question. Congrats, Aria, you're in the lead. What reference style do we use in WMS? So WMS stands for the Waikato Management School. Is it APA referencing, copy and paste, Chicago referencing? But you don't need to reference.
It's quick. 25 answers.
You've answered this pretty quickly, everyone. I'm hoping that means you've all got it right. question. I haven't seen it here. No questions in the chat. What does that say?
No sound.
No sound. If you don't have sound, it's actually your personal device. So you may need to put volume up. It might be on mute. Who said you don't need to reference? That's negative points. It's terrible. You do need to reference. Always. Aria still got it. What information is available in a paper outline? The lecturer contact details and office hours, assessments and their due dates, how your paper will run over the course of the trimester, or all of the above.
How many do you want?
28. About 30.
We don't have slow reading.
That picture, by the way, is actually the Tauranga campus.
Ah, I've got 21.
Good work. Oh, Aria's still winning.
Yes.
True or false? You can change your contact details using My Waikato. That picture there is in the middle of the campus. It is a real beautiful campus, so I hope you get to see it soon. I can just imagine the music. It's all dancing. True. Ari still got it. Final question. What student services are available for Waikato Management School students? Studiosity, student learning, MSc, all of the above. Do people know what MSc stands for?
It's management something.
Don't give them the answers. And actually,
But that's not the question. It's a student services. We can tell them what MSc means. You should know. Management Student Center.
Is that everyone?
Yeah. Wow, that's great. Yeah, the last one. 32. All of above.
Exactly. All of those services are available to you.
Let's see. Who's the winner?
Amir, congratulations. Yogesh.
And
Apologies for my
second.
pronunciation. Who's the
Number
winner?
one, the winner.
Aria. Round of applause. Congratulations. So Aria, we'll be in contact with you and we'll be able to send you a special prize. Cool. We're open now to any questions you may have. I don't think you've got any in there apart from it was about sound. Is that right?
Yeah. And Shuting mentioned no sound, but probably it's something you need to check from your end, your equipment. Any other questions?
No?
Okay, no.
Well, you're more than welcome. If you do have any, again, the email address is msc@waikato.ac.nz. And it's been lovely having you join us today. Thank you for participating in the quiz. I hope you found it informative and enjoy the rest of your orientation.
Thank you. Bye. Good luck.